Whether I'm climbing my main account or I'm climbing my alternate accounts, I see the same thing in every single rank. When it comes to bans, players will do one of two things. Number one, players will ban the most ridiculous heroes. I mean ridiculous. Like, why are you banning Jeff? Did someone hurt you last game? No, because if they did, I can give you a hug, milk and cookies, we can set it up. The second thing is players will ban the same thing. So much so, you only get two bans because both blue side and red side are banning the same exact characters. I've climbed through all the ranks on my main account as well as having 3 alternate accounts: tank, DPS, and healer. So I have a very good understanding about what characters are best for each role and best for the team to get out the match to help you win more games. I am going to get this out the way before I see any comments about it. This is not the best characters tier list. If you want a tier list of the characters that I think are best to climb and get you to your goals and the highest ranks possible, link in the description below. I have made a tier list video. This is the best bans to get you more wins. That's what this tier list is for. So if you want to stay for that, that's this tier list. All right, here we go. So starting off with Adam Warlock, and I'm going to do my best to keep this as clear and concise as possible. I want a very short video. I don't want you guys here for a long time. I respect your time. So starting off with Adam Warlock, not ban worthy. The reason being is because you can easily bait out his soul bind, the thing that makes his entire team tankier. As you get higher and higher into ranks, the players understand how to do this more efficiently, and so he becomes non-relevant. Now there is a resurrection comp with Adam Warlock, Star-Lord, Mantis, and Rocket Raccoon. However, still not worth banning him out, mainly because not many people even play this character, and even if they do try to play them, especially in high ranks, and you don't play Adam Warlock, you're gonna lose your team in the game. So not worth banning in my opinion. Next character that we have is Black Widow. Black Widow I think is not worthy of a ban. She's just too inconsistent right now. She requires a player to play way better than the character is going to give them. Basically, if they gave her a machine gun or something like that where a player can default to and bring consistent damage to the team without having to land these crucial shots, she'd be much better. But because she requires so much consistency from the player itself, not worth banning, even if it is a one trick. Moving on to Black Panther, in my opinion, target ban worthy. The players might think that he's weak, but he's not. The lower ranks you go, the harder it is to deal with this character. And then as you get to higher ranks, you're gonna run into real Black Panther mains. And when you do that, these players are insane. They're so good. They can play other stuff, don't get me wrong, but Black Panther is one of those characters that requires dedication. It requires you to be a one trick. If you ban them out, they will not be as potent on any other character, period. So if you know that the enemy team is going to run a Black Panther, just ban them out. It's gonna save you and your team so much stress, and it's going to be very easy for you to probably capitalize on the fact that he puts way too many hours into Black Panther and not enough into the other characters. Next we have Captain America. So when we're talking about Captain America, the lower ranks you go, the harder he is to deal with. And there's 2 reasons for this. The first reason is because people are unwilling to swap to something that will deal with them easier. The second reason is a lot of the healers in lower ranks like to run around and run away from the team. They feel like the farther you get away from the danger, the safer you are, and that is incorrect. If you play more together, this character can't really do anything, especially if you guys are just all healing each other. So in my opinion, not really worth the ban. But I will say that people who play Captain America, especially in high ranks, are nah, he's not worth the ban. I wouldn't ban him even in high ranks. By the time you get to high ranks, you'll deal with them. The only things you need to do is play Scarlet Witch, Cloak and Dagger, Namor, Iron Man, Johnny Storm, the Thing. There's just too many characters. Doctor Strange. There's so many characters that could just deal with the Captain America. It's really just how the players play against them that makes him a problem. The character himself is not an issue. Next, we have Cloak and Dagger. Very good default worthy ban. Default worthy bans are going to be bans that if you don't really know what to ban, you're like, I don't really know. Just throw up one up. That's a good ban to have. The reason being is because players generally, especially in lower ranks, players generally do not know how to adapt to a Cloak and Dagger's ultimate or just a good Cloak and Dagger player in general. And so this will allow your team not to get picked off so easily because she ults or because she catches someone a little bit too close and she lasers them down. This also allows for your DPS to flank a lot easier because they don't need to worry about a support that's able to 1v1 them. Yes, other supports can, but Cloak and Dagger does not need to aim, which means that she always has the advantage, especially because she can blind. So this is a great default ban to help your DPS or your flankers on your team if that's what your team is running. Next we have Doctor Strange. Not ban worthy in my opinion. He used to be, but that's because players didn't know how to deal with them. This game kind of has a weird issue where if players know how to deal with the character, people assume the character just sucks. And that's not true. People think Doctor Strange sucks, and in my opinion, he's one of the best characters in the game. But because players know how to deal with Strange now, people assume that he's bad. No. Just play better, and then Strange is good again. That's all it takes. Like I said, it's not just him. All characters, for some reason, run into the same hurdle where people think that they're bad because players just know how to play against them, and they don't want to improve and get better at the character. Doctor Strange is not worth the ban, though, for the simple fact that he is more manageable now. Players understand how to play against him. They understand how to deal with the portal. They understand how to deal with his ultimate. Not worth the ban. Next, we have Emma Frost. So with Emma Frost, I don't think it's ban worthy. Even in high ranks, I have yet to run into an Emma Frost that's like, oh my God, I can't believe she just got through. I noticed people do ban her, but the only reason that I would say to ban her is if you know that they're gonna run Iron Man, because her shield with Iron Man just makes this dude just unstoppable. Or any flyer just makes this dude, it makes him unstoppable. So that'd be the only reason. Or if your team is running a lot of long range characters, but for the most part, not worth the ban. Just bait her out, she'll do something stupid, capitalize on it, it's a free game. Next we have Groot. So Groot, people always ban this character, and I do not know why. Now, if you're in higher ranks, a really good Groot player just makes a game unplayable, but most players are not in high ranks. Most players are in mid ranks to low ranks. So why are we banning Groot? It makes no sense. I would target ban a Groot only in high rank, and by high rank, I mean Eternity or One Above All. And I knew that player is playing Groot. If he's on my team, or if he's on the other team, or like if he's on the other team and I knew he was on my team and he wanted Groot, I ban him out. Because this character is very disgusting on a true high rank Groot. But anything other than that, the character itself is just not strong. He's not strong enough unless you know how to play the character to a T. Most players can't. Not worth banning unless you know for a fact that the player is on the opposite side of the team and they are a true one trick. Next, we have Hawkeye. Not worth banning. Very strong character in my opinion, but inconsistent like Black Widow. And even if he is consistent, it's very easy to take him out. Next, we have Hela. Her ultimate's really strong. Anybody who could play Hela really well is probably going to dominate your team. I'd ban her out if you do know that she's on the opposite side of the team. Next, we have the Hulk. I target ban him. I don't think he's as good as people are like thinking he is. People assume you need to ban this guy to get out the team up for Iron Man and Namor. However, even if he's banned out, Iron Man and Namor are still a problem. They just are enhanced when he's around. I would ban out Iron Man or Namor if I really struggled with the team up from the Hulk. I wouldn't ban the Hulk. That being said, if you do run into a true Hulk one trick, ban them out. They most likely can't play anything else. That's the only character that they play. They may play Thor, but like realistically, they don't play much else. They're gonna just play a DPS or a healer. That's like one of those characters that people just only play. It's weird. It's weird. Anybody who plays the Hulk knows exactly what I'm talking about. Next, we have Human Torch. Not worth the ban in my opinion. You really have to be a great Human Torch player, and he's way easier to deal with in 1v1 than like something like Iron Man, because he has a very hard time fighting you. He has to be kind of close to do it. He has to commit to a lot of things to get KOs. Just easier to deal with, and he is not such a long-range flying character like Storm or Iron Man. Not worth the ban in my opinion. Next, we have Invisible Woman. Worth a target ban. If you know someone on the other team plays Invisible Woman, ban them out. 100%, they can't play anything else. And this goes from all ranks. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but whoever plays this character and they're a true Invisible Woman character, they do not know how to play any other character. I think one of the main reasons is because this character allows you to get out of a lot of sticky situations by just double jumping and going invisible. So if you banned her out, you're forcing them to play something that can't do that, and their positioning is atrocious. So if you want a free win and you know that there's an Invisible Woman playing on the other side of the team, ban her out and I guarantee you'll win that game. It's very, very easy. Next, we have Iron Fist. That's rough because Iron Fist is annoying, but I would say he's not worth banning, but in high ranks, if you know there's an Iron Fist one trick, he probably can't play anything else. Ban him out, he's done. Next, we have Iron Man. Permaban worthy. I would ban this dude no matter what rank you're in. Even okay, maybe in high ranks, but the thing is you can't trust people to deal with him. Why do I want this guy permabanned? So if you guys watch my streams, you guys know this character gets on my last. But the thing is, he requires everyone to pay attention. People think, oh, Iron Man or flying characters are DPS's jobs to deal with. No, every character or every role should be trying to deal with Iron Man and other flyers. The thing is, if your tanks play Captain America or The Thing, who's dealing with Iron Man? It's not your tanks. If your DPS plays Wolverine and, I don't know, another like Magic, Okay, well then who's dealing with Iron Man? Especially if he flies way too high to even take out. Then that leaves a responsibility on the healers. Now the healers have to heal you and try to fight this dude at the same exact time while getting pelted, while dealing with everybody else on the team. He requires way too many resources that the team is not trying to give out. And this becomes a huge rage fest. And I'm telling you right now, whenever this guy gets through, because I will say, ban this guy or I'm picking him. If they don't ban him, I play him, I win. He's that easy to win with, and he's that hard to deal with, especially if you pair him with an Invisible Woman and a Emma Frost. Permaban that character. I guarantee you will win more games. I guarantee it. Next we have Jeff, not ban worthy. Don't even know why you would ban this character. Next we have Loki. Good default ban. I don't think he's a permaban, but he's a good default ban. If you really don't know what to ban him out. This prevents a lot of the 3 healer comps that you would usually see because people play Loki to not be a true healer. He's much more fun. I think all healers are fun, but like realistically, his archetype is not just healer. Like he could do a lot. It's a lot more fun to play, more interactive. And that's why people are like, I don't mind playing 3 healers because he's not really one. So if you ban him out, people most likely will not want to do the 3 healer thing. And yeah, it's just a good default ban. He's also just very strong. Next, we have Luna Snow. Not really worth the ban in my opinion. If you target ban a Luna Snow player, they can play something else. She's similar to Adam Warlock. It's like if you ban these people, they know how to play another one. There's no reason to ban them. They're hard characters to play so they can play the easy ones. You know what I mean? Next, we have Magic. Y'all know why I laugh if you watch my content. So I don't like Magic ever. That being said, I think that Magic is a good ban the lower rank you go. The higher rank you are, the easier it is to deal with a Magic player. Most players that main Magic in high ranks don't even play Magic anymore because people know how to deal with Magic more. I'm gonna say, oh, this is hard because I hate this character, but I used to permaban her. I'll say good default ban. Good default ban. Maybe until you get to high ranks where you'll notice when she's not picked anymore, stop banning her. But if she's picked, ban her. It's a very good ban. So much so I would permaban her, but that's a personal thing, and I'm not gonna put that there because that's my personal vendetta. Me and Magic, love-hate relationship here. So that's just me. But I think a great default ban. The reason being is kind of similar to Iron Man, the fact that she requires a lot of resources and sometimes people don't want to commit those resources to deal with this character. So just banning her out allows your team to be less stressed out. Next is Magneto. Good target ban. Good target ban, especially because your healers will thank you. The thing about him is if you main this character, you'll probably land every single ultimate on the support. And so if you feel like your support players are not great support players and you're like, bro, my supports always are not that good, ban them out, because this means that you don't have to worry about your supports learning how to position against the Magneto ult after they ult, because a lot of support players don't. They just run around and ult and they just KO the Magneto repeatedly. So I would target ban them if you know there's a Magneto on the opposite side of the team, especially in high ranks. Next we have Mantis, not worth banning. It's just Mantis. Next we have Mr. Fantastic, permaban worthy. The character's busted, like ridiculously busted. I already thought he was busted a long time ago, but they've been increasing his power, so to speak, patch by patch by patch, and now it's just unreasonable. So I would permaban Mr. Fantastic. That being said, I still prefer to permaban Iron Man, but Mr. Fantastic is ridiculous. So if you're ever having trouble with him, permaban him. He's a great permaban to just toss up every single game. Next we have Moon Knight, not worth the ban in my opinion. Next we have Namor. So like Namor for me is not a problem. He used to be a long time ago, but he's not a problem anymore. He's more of an issue for like melee characters, and if people are unwilling to swap, then like you're gonna lose because they don't want to swap, right? So I'm gonna say a good default ban, but for me, I personally wouldn't ban him, but he's not a bad ban. I just don't ban him because I can deal with them. Next, we have Penny. That one's kind of hard. Target ban worthy. I wouldn't really ban Penny unless I know there's a Penny player on the opposite side. And me personally, I would never ban Penny because I can deal with Penny. But a lot of people cannot deal with Penny because a lot of people tend to run in at different times. Usually in high rank, people deal with Penny fairly easily. And if there's a one-trick Penny player, they can't play anything else, period. So permabanning, like if you notice that there's a Penny on the enemy team, pan them out, they cannot play anything. That's just another character like the Hulk where they don't really have a backup option. Next we have Psylocke. When it comes to Psylocke, she's annoying. I would permaban her, or I'm sorry, I would target ban her, especially in high ranks. Bro, a high rank Psylocke is disgusting. Don't even know. Rocket. Ugh. This one's rough. This one's rough because this character is a problem. But there's too many other things to ban out Rocket. I would just ban him out if I'm feeling spicy. Next we have Scarlet Witch. Good permaban. The reason being is because she can pretty much take out anybody. She's very good at flanking. Paired with Doctor Strange, she's just very hard to deal with. And they've also buffed her a bit to make her a bit stronger. Now you could say she's not a problem, but the thing is she does what Magneto does, and she's also just kind of a better character in my opinion, where she can blast anybody that ults. And again, support players generally do not position well when they're dealing with things that can one-shot them. They're used to not being able to be taken out during their ultimate. Scarlet Witch can one-shot them. She's also just very strong in general. She's very good at dueling anybody for the same reason Cloak and Dagger is. I would permaban this character. She is a threat. Next we have Spider-Man. Do not ban this character. Even if they're a one trick, the thing about Spider-Man is he's broken. Yes, I do understand this. I said Spider-Man was broken a long time ago. People didn't believe me for some reason, and now everybody's like, oh my God, he's broken. Yes, he's been broken. The thing that makes Spider-Man broken though is what he can do. It's not about how strong this character is. You need to be an absolute one trick Spider-Man in order to ban this guy out. Honestly, even if you're a one trick, unless you're like in the top 1% or less, he is not worth the ban ever. I would target ban him though, I'm not gonna lie, but for the sake of this video, because I know most people are not really high ranks, I wouldn't target ban because I don't want you guys thinking that, oh, well, let me target ban him in Platinum, let me target ban him in Diamond, and Grandmaster, and Celestial. It's not worth it. Let this dude go through. The thing that makes people have problems with them is because they look around and try to deal with them. No, don't do that. He's designed to come in, smack you a little bit, and run away. He's not designed to KO you, and if he does KO you, you're out of position, period. He is very easy to deal with. Please stop banning this character. He is not worth banning. I promise you, let this dude through. Unless you have a personal vendetta like I do against Magic, don't let this character, or don't ban this character. There's too many other things to deal with. Next we have Star-Lord. Not really bannable. There's no real reason. Even if they one trick him, he's not a problem. Just, you know, not worthy. Next we have Storm. She used to be a problem, but people can deal with flyers a little bit better now. And she can't really duel you unless she does her, you know, the enhanced thunder thing that she does. But, or lightning, not thunder. Thunder is the sound, lightning is the strike. People just run away and then come back, and then she doesn't have it anymore. Very abusable. Next we have Squirrel Girl. Not worth the ban in my opinion. Next we have the Punisher. Not worth the ban in my opinion. Next we have the Thing. Not worth the ban in my opinion. We have Thor. Not worth the ban in my opinion. We have Venom. Not worth the ban in my opinion. We have Winter Soldier. Ban this dude if he's a one trick. He cannot play anything else for the most part because this character requires a lot of dedication and time. And then after that we have Wolverine. I don't really think you should ban Wolverine, but I know a lot of people have problems with him. I would say ban him if he's a one trick. If they're a one trick Wolverine, ban him out. They can play other stuff, don't get me wrong, but if you're a one trick Wolverine, you know how to destroy people, and you don't want that. So this is the list that I suggest having for the bans. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. Now, I do know that people might feel differently, but in my experience, the ban list that I have right now is the best that you should have. Climbing my main account, climbing my alternate accounts with each role. Each account has a specific role tied to it. So I've climbed DPS, tank, and healer. I'm telling you right now, this is the most overall good bans that you're gonna have to get out the game right now in season 2. This may change in 2.5, this may change in 3, and maybe if you guys like this, I'll make another list. But if you are a solo queue player or a duo queue player or whatever, and you're not a stack, that you have to rely on other people to deal with things, I would recommend doing it this way. Of course, if you hate one character and you're like, I cannot have them in my game, ban them out, obviously. But if you're like, I don't care what we ban, this is a great ban for you and your team, for you and your healers, your DPS, your tanks. I'm telling you right now, this is the GOAT. So thank you guys for watching. Of course, I don't think I'm always right. This is just my experience. If you guys have your suggestions, let me know in the comments below or what you guys think. But thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Popping often. Well often.